Hey, good afternoon. Just want to report that air pollution is bad. Plus, these people got their gas stove on. I know it's gas. Wish I had a gas detector, man. It's gas is like odorless, but you can tell this gas, man. It's not pollution. Uh, they got the gas stoves on, man. Flat out got their gas stoves on, trying to suffocate people in the building. No, it's gas. No, it's gas. They got the gas stoves on. So, tried to call or write an email to the health department. I've been complaining, constantly to the health department. The phone ring, nobody answered it. If I get somebody, they said they have somebody come out. These people got the gas on. Prostitutes, heroin addicts, crackheads. I don't think the kids going to school in the building, man. They retards or whatever. So, don't know what's going on, man. But I know this is gas. Flat out got the gas trying to suffocate people in the building, man. So, got up, I like, damn, the gas, looked at my gas. My gas stove is disconnected. They supposed to be sending me a new gas stove pretty soon. So I'm gonna let them know, next month or whatever. But this is flat out gas, man. Flat out, they got their gas stoves on or gas on in the building, man. I can't believe it. Trying to suffocate people. So, just sending this blog out, let people know, man. Where you move at. Don't move in no white trash neighborhood, or low income. If you feel comfortable in your neighborhood, don't do it for the money, man. Don't do it for it's low income or whatever, low rent or whatever. If you're not, satisfied with the neighborhood, comfortable with the neighborhood, and think you can just get by, don't do it. For real. That's why I thought, don't do it. A lot of white trash, a lot of black trash, gutter trash or whatever, crackheads or whatever, man. Drug pushers at the gas station, man. Reported them constantly. Probably in the building, man. Turning on the gas, man. Juvenile delinquent kids hanging around the building. Prostitutes hanging around the building. I did things discreetly. Go up and, email or, police, the precinct, report a crime. Do it discreetly. Let them come discreetly and look at the situation. Email the officer. Let him know in the precinct what's going on in the building and in your little area or community or neighborhood. Try to do it discreetly. Can't do it, man. Went to Channel 4, sent things to the defenders, to their newsroom about stuff with pictures and audio files. See them in the neighborhood, but nothing been done. So, like I said, my people been up here since Detroit. I'm not even from here. I was not even born here, man. Came up here, people was up here the late 50s, the early 60s. Jay just came up here for the early 50s about the job. Just seen the area. Early 60s. Just seeing about what was going on. Lived here. People lived here back in those times. Stress police, mafia, Klan in Hamtramck. Known. That's the Ku Klux Klan area in Hamtramck. Other things, the goons, Black Bottom, everything. My people didn't even want to stay in Black Bottom. That's how bad Black Bottom was, man. When Mayor Young became mayor, he had to take care of those, problems in Detroit before he even ran for mayor. He had to go to the House, set up lobbyists, set up grassroots to fight the problem what was in Detroit at that time. The stress police was hideous, flat out hideous. Rob citizens, straight up rob colored citizens or citizens in Detroit, perjure themselves, tell bald-faced lies, documented bald-faced lies on Detroiters and people of color. He had to do something about Recorder's Court too. They was that was out of this world, tripped out about colored people, about the perjury that Detroit police was doing at that time. The unions, the goons, I just say, it was in Mayor Young book what they called the goons of the unions. Another phrase for goons in the unions, you can go to Canada. Is one term is hosers, flat out hosers. It's a goon is the right terminology, but it's not the right terminology for Canada, but it's the right terminology. Hosers, flat out what a goon is. So just went over to couldn't believe this stuff, man. Couldn't believe this stuff was happening in Detroit. I don't want to run up to this 6 minutes. This is a fast thing. My library card was stolen 6 months ago. Tried to get a replacement 3 months ago. Nothing happened, man. They just told me to go get us another ID or a driver's license. That was it, man. Come to find out, I tried to, get books online with my old library card. I did it perfect. Where I'm from, in the South, we talk proper English, proper Spanish, or whatever language, centralized in that part of the region. But it's really English. But, I use proper English, man. Said my name perfectly clear. Spelled my name perfectly clear. So it's no ifs and buts. That's my name. Because he can go on the computer, not my last name. It could be a whole bunch of people with my last name. I gave him my full name. No misunderstanding. You can go by my last name and see you might get it wrong or whatever. Gave you my full name. Proper English, man. Not my last name. Gave you my full name. No misunderstanding when you go on the computer and look at my name and my library card. It could be another more, flat out. So talk proper English. In my part of the country, we talk proper English. That's why it's number one. We number one all the time in that part of the region of the country. But anyway, can't believe this, man. It's trash, like black bottom gutter trash. What Mayor Young was talking about. It came back, man. It came back. It came back for real. I mean, you can get rid of it, but the history. If you don't keep, learning from the history, it gonna keep coming back. So, it came back. It's the same thing. Detroit police perjure themselves all the time in Detroit now. Recorder's Court, out of this world sentences, shouldn't even be sentences. I mean, 3 times, you're out. I mean, doing the same thing. Get even lower treatment. I mean, get even lower sentences if you white. It's flat out whack in Detroit, period, man. Act confused. Ask me for my last name. All right, I give you my full name, so it's no misunderstanding. When you look on the computer and see my name, it might be other Moors. For sure, it's other Moors with library cards. So gave you my full name. No ifs and buts about it. It's not my last name and that's it. Gave you my full name. That's it. They trying to play a game, a scam, or whatever, man. I gave you my full name and spelled my full name out, so it's no misunderstanding. So you can like if you call 911 to report things, they keep dwelling on the same thing you said. You have to repeat it over again, or tell them you're gonna tape record the call. They automatically gonna say we are sending a unit out. We sending a unit out. So it's the same thing about Detroit gutter trash. It is gutter trash in Detroit. I won't buy nothing in Detroit, period. But food. I won't invest nothing until I move. I'm moving out of the city. I'm not gonna invest in the big three car. Looking at foreign cars, for real. Looking at real good foreign cars to buy. That's made in the U.S. Nowhere in the world I'm buying any of these cars that's made in Detroit, man, or made in Michigan. Flat out racist. Can't even believe the gutter trash in Detroit now. I wouldn't even vote for, Mike Duggan, man. How he got the services is now and the unions it is totally gutter trash, flat out, man. People got, I feel that, man. Got the gas on, man. Suffocating people in the building, man. Got the window open. It's not the air pollution outside now. It's the it's the gas stove. It's a gas building. A lot of people got their gas stoves on without the burner going. I mean, just got the eye on and letting the natural gas fill up the building with natural gas. But anyway, that's my experience. I just got called about my library card because I went to one of these e-books. I mean, Detroit Public Library got e-books you can check out anytime you want to if you got an online account. So just to check it out, I just tried to check out a couple of books. It says, call the library. Come to find out, I mean, I went down there 3 months ago. They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me, I had all this and all that, man. I stated I lost my library card, period. They didn't say nothing about it. And make it so bad, I have went down there before and, told them I lost my library card. It's the same thing, man. It's gutter trash in Detroit. The Black Bottom stuff, the East Side stuff, man. Like Kwame Kilpatrick, man. He did all that dirt and come to find out he was guilty, flat out. He was guilty, man. The first word he uttered out of his mouth, he told the lie, say he didn't perjure himself. Perjured himself, he had sexual relation with Christine Beatty. Back then, man, he could have just said, all right, then. He could push it on the table, draw it out, and just tell the truth. Had a news conference. Yes, I cheated on my wife. It was in the text messages, man. All my text messages is public at Verizon or whatever, T-Mobile or whatever. It's public, man. They just, and plus, he must have said something about that sludge, that waste federal case he had. That's stupid, man. Perjure yourself, lose your career. A lawyer, that's his career. Before he became public official, that's only for 4 years, bub. That's only 4 years. You is not gonna stay a mayor for your whole lifetime. Even Mayor Young decided to quit. You ain't gonna have your whole life being mayor, so you are not gonna perjure yourself and lose your license to practice law. This guy lost his license to practice law, got a job in Texas, and he couldn't hold that job because he couldn't hold that job because he didn't have a lawyer. He didn't have a lawyer's certificate or a lawyer degree. So he lost it because he perjured himself. You take an oath when you are a lawyer. Not to perjure yourself or whatever, man. Perjured himself, lost his law degree. The only job he could hold was a telemarketing job. And that's not going to pay back $1 million he owed the Detroit city of Detroit. So that is the dumbest, stupidest criminal in Detroit history. Flat out. He's the stupidest criminal in Detroit, in the United States, period. Lost your livelihood. The first thing came out your mouth and said you didn't have sexual relations with Christine Beatty. Flat out. And sent herself to jail for sent herself to go to jail for a couple of months that she could have just said yes she did. That's it, man. Can't even believe stupid people like that. You're gonna mess your record up for something you know you're gonna do. I'm not gonna risk my livelihood and her kids for some guy who not big enough to say he had an affair and apologize to his wife. He had to apologize to his wife, period. So that's what's going on in Detroit and the air pollution.